Yeah, so just going over to the tour. So I know you're going to Japan first before you come to Australia. So you've got
Yep.
Japan on the 5th and 6th of February, and then you're over to
Yes.
Australia 9th to the 13th.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight schedule.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, looking at the dates, you've got what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, all around Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not much sleep,
yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Right. Yeah, but you've been here before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Was
it's
that with
been a few years now.
yeah, was that with Katatonia or someone else?
Oh, with Katatonia.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was. Okay, yeah. Because when did you join the band? Was it 2017?
Yeah. No, well, like right in the end of 2015
Oh,
to
really?
2016, somewhere there.
Oh,
Did the
right.
first gigs in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
But were, yeah, kind of stumbled in when they were almost done with the album there, and
Yep,
they wanted some solos, and I put on some solos there in the end of 2015 somewhere.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. So that was the album. Was that the Fall of the Hearts?
Yeah,
Yep.
and all of a sudden I was in the band.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so is that how it came about? Like you were there just did the solos and then joined the band, or was that part of it?
Well, actually, there was a band I played with before called what are they called? Pain of Salvation.
Okay. Yep.
That I did a couple of tours with,
Mm.
and the drummers called me saying, "Well, these guys are looking for a guitar player. Maybe that's something for you."
Mm.
And I had never heard of them, never heard anything, and well, okay. Then I knew that Opeth, which friends of mine that have been touring with them. So I called Frederick there and asked what kind of style it was, and he thought it would suit me. And yeah,
Right.
so I had dinner with the guys, and all of a sudden I was in the band.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned all the songs and the material, which fortunately I loved. So
That's
in
great.
the rehearsal room, that's where I heard the songs for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Jeez. That's good. It's probably good in a way to do it like that. Just get your input a different way rather than learning exactly how it was.
yeah. I had no idea before joining,
Yeah, yeah.
really. Yeah,
Wow.
I just I heard a couple of songs and I liked them, and yeah,
Yeah.
this sounds cool.
Yeah.
Good guys, and yeah, we get along really well. So
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Because
yeah,
I had Nicholas on the podcast in 2020, May 2020. He was on to talk about the album City of Burials.
okay, yeah,
So he was on then, around the COVID days. So it wasn't really much touring going
yeah.
on.
Uh, Dark days.
Yeah, yeah, but that was
All we
really good.
did was streaming live. That was weird.
I remember talking to Nicholas about it. He's like, you guys are like just getting into it, the streaming part of it and what to do next.
It was a really weird experience, the whole streaming thing, trying to perform like a gig with no people there.
Yeah,
And still knowing that people all around the world are watching.
yeah,
It's, yeah,
yeah, exactly.
very weird.
Yeah, so the new album, it's not really new now, but the Sky Void of Stars. It's been out since January, February, I think it was. So the tour next year, will that be a lot of songs from there?
I guess, well, yeah, it's the first time after that album we're coming there. So
Hmm.
a few of them, I guess.
Yeah,
We've snuck a few of them into the set every here and there.
yeah, yeah. Now I know this is a hard question, but do you have any favorite songs off the new album that you'd like to play live that you haven't yet?
That's a tough one, yeah. Well, they're fun to play. All
Hmm.
of them are fun to play. Um, I like the opening track, and because it got a bit of everything.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Now
Cool.
I did see your video, the YouTube one. you're going through the racks, the effects rack.
Oh, you mean the pedal board thingy,
Pedalboard.
or
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yeah, that's my analog pedal board that I
yeah.
use in the studio. But live, I use digital stuff though
Oh, okay,
to
yeah.
simplify things. I just use a Boss GT1000,
All right, yeah.
and surprisingly enough, you can dial in all of that stuff in that one. So,
Hmm.
and all the switching is so much simpler. Not having to dance around on like three pedals at a time while singing, and gone all digital live.
Okay. So that pedalboard, you don't use that live, it's just for the studio?
In studio, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How about the wah, the wah, the Ibanez weeping demon?
Yeah, my favorite one of all time, that one.
Yeah. I never actually seen one like
And
that.
also,
Yeah, where it starts off in the down position to go up.
yeah, that's the key thing with that one, I think,
Yeah.
because you don't. Otherwise, you're always fumbling around with the switch, and always starting in the position,
Yeah.
and you always want to go wah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what it's called.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and to not have any switches and it just switches on as soon as you use it, it's brilliant. I,
Yeah.
I wonder why not more wah producers have done that thing. I mean,
Hmm.
they're pretty hard to come by nowadays. They stopped making them a bunch of years ago, but
Oh, right.
they they turn up every now and then on eBay and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They did a larger version of it as well, with a switch on the side of it as well, but it takes a bit too much room on the pedal board, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you use one of those live as well?
No, actually, they kind of sorted that thing as well in the GT1000. The WAS work surprisingly well. You
Okay.
can you have to do some settings on them though,
Hmm.
but once you've done that, it works brilliantly.
Yeah.
And you can choose if you want it to be with or without the switch as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And you have all the classics to choose from in there as well.
Yeah.
All the Marshall Fender amps and distortion pedals of all kinds. Uh, tend to go for the clone, but
Yeah.
and different wahs, Vox wahs, and crybabies and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of variety in
Yeah.
there.
So I guess when you come like to Australia, you just bring that board with you, or your pedal board, and they you
Yeah,
don't have to worry about the amps or anything.
no, it's just straight out.
Yeah.
I mean, we have our own in-ear system and everything, but
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much out from there, it's just out to the PA or the mixing guy,
Hmm. Yeah, that's great.
because you got all the cabinets and everything in there as well. So
Yep.
it's really just an XLR out, guitar cable in, XLR out, done.
Easy. Yeah, that's what you want. At least you know what sound
Yeah,
you're getting every night.
yeah. Oh yeah, and it's the same in the ears every night as well.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I've never done before I joined this band, I only did like a couple of tours with in-ears before, and I mean, it's such a difference.
Yep. Yeah, it's good.
Back when I played with Tiamat, we always did old school, with real amps and wedges and everything, and it's a bit trickier,
Yeah.
especially when it's like festivals. You never know what you're getting when you
No,
get there.
and I noticed, yeah, watching the YouTube clips, you do a lot of the higher harmonies too, don't you? Vocally.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
all of them,
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, it's me doing all of the harmonies. Yeah,
Yeah. Have you ever sung in a band, like just lead vocals?
yeah. I used to be a lead singer in a band called Kamchatka back in the day.
Okay.
Um, for some reason, I got it in my head to play bass and sing lead vocals at the same time. The worst possible idea.
Yeah.
you gotta keep everything together as at the same time be all free with the vocals. It's yeah, it was some training,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess,
yeah.
which is yeah pays off now, I guess, because the polyrhythmics of the Katatonia songs, it's insane. I
Yeah.
mean, between the guitars and the vocals, there's a lot of times it's you gotta it's gotta come from the spine pretty much. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Yeah, and I noticed that some of the riffs you're doing, it's a bit like doing this type of thing. Yeah, those
Yeah,
in the guitar parts. Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of that going on.
yeah, that's right. Now, the other thing I did discover on YouTube, did you know there was a tribute band, Katatonia tribute band in South Africa?
I did not. No.
I just come across it today, actually, tonight. I don't know if you see that. Yeah, it's in a band in South Africa. They're called just Katatonia tribute band. But they sound really good. They
Ah,
sound great.
cool.
Yeah, you just have to check it out.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. Now the guitars. How many guitars do you usually bring on your tours, or for the Australian one?
Uh, it's different. On fly-ins, I usually bring just a couple of guitars, depending on which songs, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, some are dependent on the whammy bar, so
Mhm.
uh, well, on tour, usually like just four guitars. If we
Okay.
do a different tuning, maybe six guitars, but
Yeah. Mm.
often four guitars are enough.
Are most of your guitars like tuned down and with the low D or B or whatever you do?
Straight up C tuning
Okay.
uh, regularly, and sometimes drop A sharp.
Mm.
And there are some songs that are in open C tuning as well,
Okay.
but we rarely play them live because then you got to bring two more guitars.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And there's some songs then with the where you need a tremolo, so
yeah, yeah,
then I need two of those guitars. So
yeah, yeah, just in case.
yeah,
Yeah. Just going back just quickly, I know you've got a bit more time. Your influences, it's really hard to tell what you're playing, and I haven't read a lot about it. So what are your main influences, guitar-wise?
well, I come from a completely different place than the other guys. I mean, the other guys are old death metal dudes. I have no idea about that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
a blues guy.
Okay.
That's where I come from.
Yeah.
Like old blues and 70s prog stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, I listened a lot to Son House and guys like that, a lot of Johnny Winter and well, BB King, of course,
Yeah.
and I listened a lot to bands like King Crimson, early Yes, and early Genesis stuff.
Mhm. Hmm.
Uh, Guitar-wise, I don't know. I never really thought that much about guitars. It's what the guitar can add in the context.
Yeah. 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 That's
I
right.
mean, one of my if I were to choose one, it's hard.
Mhm.
But have you heard a band called Xeno?
No, I haven't.
The music is not for me, but the guitar playing is insane.
Okay.
It's a guy called Xeno Roth. It's Uli John Roth, maybe you heard of.
Yeah, I've heard him. Yeah.
Yeah, his brother.
His brother. Oh, wow.
Uh, yeah, it's the best guitar playing I've ever heard on an album.
Wow.
It's insane. And they released one album back in the 80s, so it's kind of like 80s colored hard rock
Yeah.
music, but the guitar playing is beyond.
Hmm. Wow.
And pretty much no one has heard of it. That's
Ah,
that's
no.
the sad part.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah, songs, so, but guitar playing, wow.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Oh, it's good to learn
Yeah,
about new musicians and new bands.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you still have the other band? Is it Blinded 23? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a project thing that we recorded an album which is due to be released soon, I guess.
Okay.
And we did our first festival gig just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, well.
But it's a fun thing,
Yeah,
doing something different on the side.
exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of just the other guitar player, or one of the other guitar players. We're three guitar players in that band. Um, I met him when he was guitar taking for us with Katatonia,
Oh, wow.
and he asked if I wanted to, give some input in that thing, and yeah, all of a sudden we're recording an album.
That's great. You guys all write the songs for that band?
Yeah,
Hmm.
mainly Matthias, the other guitar player.
Okay.
I think wrote a lot of it, but yeah, the bass player wrote a song, the drummer wrote a song, I wrote yeah, a song and some parts and a lot of the lyrics,
Yep. Oh, that's great.
and then yeah, and the other singer, wrote some, yeah, a lot of lyrics as well, and vocal lines and stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of a joint venture, but it's basically Matthias's project, basically,
Okay.
from the start.
Yep.
Hard gathering the guys, though. It's it's a bunch of Polacks, and it's me and a guy from Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
bass players from Brazil.
Does he live in Sweden, or you did it all via?
No. He's flown over.
Okay.
I think he's planning to move to Europe as well. So
Yep. Ah, interesting.
yeah, he's been working in Sweden as well a bit with developing plugins and stuff. So
Yeah. Well, thanks again for this. I really appreciate it, and good luck with both bands.
thank you.
No problem.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. No, I'll talk to you hopefully next year.
Yeah, cool.
I'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye.